The answer is that I think he still does not want any full-blown war, number one. Number two, do I think he'll test the West, test the United States and NATO as significantly as he can? Yes, I think he will. But I think...
Welcome everyone. I hope you're all doing great. In today's video, we are not gonna talk about any fighter jets or any fancy weapons. Instead, we are gonna analyze a situation. Actually, it's a question on everyone's mind right now. What does Russia want with Ukraine? I have provided all resource link in the description. If you want to do some research of your own, then you can use them. Before we jump into the video, remember, one of the marvelous things about community is that it enables us to welcome and help people in a way we couldn't as individuals. So, help me build that community. All you have to do is just hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications. Okay, let's do this. According to recent updates, the Russian President Vladimir Putin has deployed a force of over 100,000 troops near Ukraine border. At the same time, Putin rejects any intention of invading its neighbors. If Putin don't want to invade Ukraine, then why he mobilized a massive army? Actually, Putin has some demands, which includes a written guarantee by NATO not to admit Kyiv. And it may resort to unspecified military measures if demands are not met. Recently, Vladimir Putin and the Prime Minister of United Kingdom Boris Johnson and the President of France Emmanuel Macron had a conversation regarding the Ukraine issue. The leaders had an in-depth discussion about Ukraine's domestic turmoil and the latest steps in giving long-term, legally binding security guarantees to the Russian Federation. The details of this conversation are available on the Kremlin website. The link is in the description. According to US media sources, approximately 2,000 troops will be dispatched from North Carolina to Poland and Germany, while another 1,000 troops currently stationed in Germany will be transferred to Romania. So, why does Russia oppose Ukraine's membership in NATO? And why would the United States support Ukraine's membership in NATO? Look at this map. This is Russia. And look at the neighbors. Almost 70 to 80% of the neighboring countries are either the part of NATO or EU members. Sweden and Finland are the part of European Union, and Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Poland, Slovakia, Romania and Bulgaria are the part of NATO. And NATO forces are stationed here for protection. So, it is obvious that the United States is attempting to encircle Russia. If a war breaks out in the future, the United States and Europe will have an advantage over Russia. There is no way Russia will allow Ukraine and Belarus to be a part of NATO. The next most important reason is Putin is trying to rebuild USSR. Yes, you heard me right, the Union of Soviet Socialist Republic. Why? Because right now, Russia is slowly collapsing. For the first time in modern Russian history, the natural population fall reached 1.04 million people. The Russian government blames the COVID pandemic for the population decline, but scientists argue the trend began long before the global health crisis. In Russia, the number of births per woman stands at around 1.5, but you need to understand that a minimum of 2.1 is necessary to renew the population. Due to the declining population, Russia will struggle to maintain the army strength. So, the only option here for Putin is to rebuild the Soviet Union. The US already has between 75 to 80,000 troops in Europe as permanently stationed forces in places such as Poland. Ukraine has been battling Moscow-backed insurgencies in two separatist regions since 2014, when Moscow annexed the peninsula of Crimea. More than 13,000 people have been killed in the fighting, the last major ongoing war in Europe. In this situation, all I have to say here is, ours is a world of nuclear giants. We know more about war than we know about peace. We know more about killing than we know about living. Please understand, war is only a cowardly escape from the problems of peace. That's all I have for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It's time for me to take off. Show's over. Bye everyone.